Okay, welcome back guys, part 3, Warheads by Link's playthrough. Right, just getting reorientated, everything's going on here. I've got this sort of big, decent sized army here, with Marc Antony obviously leading it. Now I was going to go over, maybe start causing a bit of trouble over here with Octavian, but I've got enough troubles of my own. I have a rebellion about to kick off here next turn in the Vissos, and or Nasos, sorry, that's probably still pronounced incorrectly, don't worry. Then we've got a rebellion happening over here in Bithynia, actual proper legionaries. So yeah, I may have to make a quick detour, deal with this next turn, and then swing around, and if this has been taken by the rebels, obviously take it back, or just do away with their army as best as I can. I'm not going to go into forced march because, well, I guess the rebels, when they appeal the slaves or whatever, they'll still be quite a small stack. I don't think it starts as a large stack regardless. Nah, it'll be fine like that. Okay, public order -1, not a big deal. -5, this needs to start turning itself around. Imagine it's still very Greek. Oh yes. Well, it still gives a lot of public order as the Shrine of Jupiter, so still good. Okay, now I've got a slot here. Finally start some public order going here. This army has moved, cutting a swathe of devastation for Egypt. Come on, Egypt. Wow. Is that it? Have they lost all of their stacks, or have they just moved them off to some random and obscure element? No, I think that's just what they got left, so they're kind of getting boned there. Oh no, there we go. Missed that. It's fine. I don't want this to rebel, but at the same time I've hired these legionaries and I want to start putting them to use. Yeah, prudence be damned. That'll be enough. I'll probably head round here, try and avoid this army and just start taking these cities that they've got there. Bit more income. Just get my spy on their trail. Just check out how Armenia's doing. Yep. It's not too bad. What have they brought to bear now? Yeah, nothing too deadly serious so far. Okay. Okay, so we obviously had this rebellion start here. Getting a few more troops, so I feel able to sort of maybe tackle that. We'll see. Probably be fine. We've obviously just beaten this rebellion here. Public order is still absolutely trash. Fantastic. And then we had these guys, the Cappadocians, kind of backstab us. So that needs dealing with, really. So the sooner I get you back to mainland, the better, although it's going to rebel quite soon again. So let's just check what I'm researching. I mean, I'm going for this public order, but that's +2 public order, really? And again, culture doesn't help me as much in the Marc Antony faction, because I get a disdain for plebs trait, as it were, which gives me public disorder from the presence of Latin culture, but I still think I'll get bigger problems from different cultural differences. Yeah, I mean, like, even that is -6, and this is like quite a decently 50% area. I'm getting -6 there, and like the disdain for plebs, I think it gives you -4, so yeah. So he is dealing with that. I'm out of money. Let me just check there's nothing else to move about. Yep. Yeah, I was going to try and deal with you. Fortunately, Galatia's actually got a stack on the go. Let's bring you back here. And all my diplomats are deployed and working their grubby little fingers off. Great, okay. Who are you? Yeah, let's see if you live or die. I think you're one of my faction. Yes, okay. Let's see how this goes. At the time of recording, my internet's actually died on its arse. I don't know when this episode's actually going to get uploaded, but I will, well, I guess complain to my ISP, because it seems to be a problem at their end. Let's see what happens. Probably not very much. But, you know, fortunately, don't need internet to be able to record. Another perk of recording rather than streaming. I mean, I've tried streaming, but it sort of just destroys my CPU. So, yeah. Rebellion? I don't know what you're talking about. Revolutions. A filthy spectacle. Minus 100 senators. Okay, that seems reasonable. I should be able to get... Yeah, it's easily within reinforcement range. Don't really want him in forced march, as it gives morale penalty. I wonder... Yeah, I should be able to... Thank goodness. I really don't want to be at sea and have all my cavalry obviously come in via ship and lose all their horses. I think if they attack, this will be fine. I always forget how you find out how many turns of siege a city can take. Do I just right click this and then back out? Not going to risk it for a biscuit. Okay, yeah. Funnily enough, you could do some more public order, unlike the rest of my empire. It's like everywhere that doesn't have these ridiculous bread and games edicts thrown on. There's a point. I mean, I can't raise one in Syria at the moment. Asia's still okay. It's all these little one-of settlements I've got scattered about. I mean, look at that. That's already practically on the verge. I'm not actually at war with them yet. I should probably let this rebel deal with it, and then worry about those guys. Just have to let Egypt sweat it out a little bit. Right, what's this rebellion consisting of? Romans, huh? Shouldn't really be a problem. This one's going to be. There's one that gets to a full stack. That's going to be pretty, pretty obnoxious to deal with. What are you consistent of now? I mean, it's mostly going to be missile and light troops. I just don't feel very confident about those captrafracs. These sort of the missile troops kind of tearing into me. Huh. Yes, that would solve the problem momentarily. How much? So 450, 900s for one turn. Yeah, I could just get these two, and then I'd feel a lot more relaxed. That I can take this battle with ease rather than relying on the Vigile, which will let you down. Just sort of basically been dudes with sticks and shields. I mean, better than Levy Freeman, don't get me wrong, but not by too much. Although Levy Freeman, come to think of it, they've got, I think they throw javelins. So now with the patch... Okay, yeah, screw these guys. Screw my crappy Vigile. I need to teach them how to start throwing javelins. That seems to be the key to this this patch. Yep, dry works for me.
Archers! Ready and waiting. Light up the tanks. Yours to command. Legionaries. A shiny, polished, well-dressed collection. Marching order. Understood.
Pretty decently armoured Syrian archers. Like I said, I haven't played Rome tremendous amount, but I think you can get auxiliary Syrian archers. Sounds like a decent idea. Although if I'm going to be fighting a lot of legionaries, and I think I'll probably be better off with javelins. But still, I like archers. Like, they're not great, but they're a lot better than they were. I get a bit annoyed with slingers sometimes, and their sort of arc of fire. So sometimes in a sort of town defense battle, I find I have plenty of slingers in my garrison, and those guys just refuse to fire sometimes. It's kind of frustrating when you your troops sort of, well, the battle ends and they've still got like 80% of their ammunition left. And you spend a lot of time trying to reposition them and go, oh, is this okay for you guys? You okay to fire now? Oh, no, okay. I'll just lose a few more guys. Fine. Pretty cool. I've recently turned up all my graphical settings. Something again helped by this patch. I'm still just kind of getting used to it myself. Pretty cool. There's when the game first came out, my god, the optimization was very poor. I had to sort of turn everything down to sort of bare minimum and squelch my dreams, as it were, about having a very beautiful new Rome game to play. Because Rome 1 Total was definitely my favourite. I mean, I've played a lot of Rome Total Realism, Europa Barbarium. Again, pronunciation awful, but you get the point. You probably know what I'm talking about if you've heard of those mods before. Fantastically fun. It's actually something that helped me get into classical history a little bit more. Just playing Europa Barbarium. Quit while I'm ahead. Too bad.
We are at your command. Our orders. Yours to command. Advance at speed. At speed. Awaiting orders.
Yeah, but things like the Seleucid Empire, successor states, you know, you don't really hear about them very often in history. I mean, it's sort of seen as a very, like a sort of transitional phase in between, sort of Persia, well, between Alexander and when the Romans sort of came to the area. But it's really an interesting sort of period of history, I think. So. Throwing your javelins, and that's fine. I've actually got a book I've been reading recently. I think it's quite new. You like hoplites. It's the Elephant King, basically, and it's about the sort of Seleucid Empire and sort of how it worked as an imperial power. But I mean, there's hardly any real sort of historical record from that time, so it's kind of a bit of a bugger, to be honest.
What are your orders?
I mean, honestly, stuff like Bactria, I mean, how cool is that? I mean, it's like this unique sort of fusion of like ancient Greek culture with like Buddhism, like Greco-Buddhist art. I mean, where the hell else do you get that in the world? And obviously Indian culture, Persian sort of culture. I say Persian. Yeah. So it's cool reading about stuff like that, but at the same time, it makes me feel a little bit sad thinking about how much we'll never know because of how much has been lost. So it's a bit of a booger, but you know, it's life. Ouch. I thought these guys would have shields. So they've just got a lance and an axe. Although I guess, do any cataphracts have shields? I don't think so. Need to check that out. Yeah, in terms of like Total War games though, played Medieval. That was cool. I was always a bit annoyed by how cavalry seemed to work or didn't work in that, but I don't know. I'd have to go back and replay it and see if it's something to do with just the way unit collision was handled in that game, which did honestly feel a bit wonky. But it was fun. I played a little bit of Shogun 2, and I know it's frequently always comes up, oh, what's your favourite Total War game? A lot of people seem to say Shogun 2. I wasn't really that into it. I'm hoping I won't be burnt at the stake for this, but it's a really good game. And stylistically, visually, awesome. Just awesome experience. But I think it was just the sort of sameness of the factions, how that sort of felt to me. One of the reasons why I love Rome so much is you have all these seemingly sort of different cultures and factions and everything sort of kicking off all at once, all these sort of different possibilities and such. I just got a bit bored with spamming Ashigaru and whatever samurai I could get my grubby mitts on. But no, it was still a cool game, it's just probably not for me. What do I want you to have? To be honest, you're probably more of a defensive legion. Yeah, that makes sense. +1 public order. Let's give you a bit of zeal. I do like a bit of zeal.
Ready for orders.
Do I get rid of these guys or would they be useful? I mean, I guess with Eastern factions, missiles are pretty useful. The amount of unarmoured shiz you come up against, but I'd rather get auxiliaries, I guess, rather than pay through the nose to these mercenaries. So we get back here. So far this campaign does seem to be doing a lot of firefighting. I guess that's true of any campaign where you start with quite a large empire and it's all on the verge of crumbling. Again, Eastern Spearman spam shouldn't really be a problem. It's these armies that worry me, to be honest. These legionaries that are probably better than my legionaries. Yeah, public order's about to take a nosedive here because I queued up these trench mines. Yes, okay, well. Oh right, you're not doing anything, you lazy booger. Right, and I think I've sorted out everything here. Down in Egypt, you're running to here. Still got a bit of money. Two more public order. In the grand scheme of things, that's not that helpful, considering the scale of the problem. I don't want to sort of just give up on these eastern provinces though, and go sort of gung ho attacking Octavian. Or do I? It could be kind of fun, I guess. I mean, this is going to be. This is not going to be a quick fix. The amount of eastern factions here. At least Armenia's doing well. I'm not positive by one because we have a huge army here. '52. I kind of want to move this army, get it doing something more useful, helping take Cappadocia or attacking up here. There'll be a rebellion, but then I guess this attack will be close. Hopefully not too injured as to not be able to. Yeah, I mean there's 8 legionaries. I'll take some chances, I guess. That will rebel, but you know I'm pretty much resigned to everything rebelling, which is fine. Again, everything's going to look worse in winter. That's when public order is at its worst. Always skill points. Also, I've forgotten to set a timer again, so I have no idea. I think strength I want, and militancy. Help get more XP a turn. So yeah, no idea. Let me just check. 10:30. I mean, it feels like I've been playing for about quarter of an hour, maybe 20 minutes. Probably gonna be hideously wrong with that. No, you've only been playing 5 minutes. Oh no. No, I'll cut this episode ridiculously short. Yeah, let's go for another 40-45 minutes.
Take this substance.
Ah, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Our treasuries were overfull.
No, screw you. Screw you and your Eastern Spearman spam. If they start raiding, my god, that's going to be annoying.
Our merchants are welcomed across all the world for the wealth they bring.
Works for me. That's a point actually. I should just. I mean, I've gotten used to. Yeah. Oh, lots of skill ups for me to forget about until later. I'm sort of used to opening up the diplomacy screen and everyone just being like, "Dah, screw you." I mean, like, even Thrace, come on, man, you know. We're supposed to be buddies.
Greetings to you. I trust.
Maybe Nabatea offering me trade. I should be more positive in my outlook.
Welcome, friend.
Yeah,
Let us
look,
conclude
these guys
our
want to trade.
business with good haste, and then enjoy the pleasures of this house.
Hold on, I'll probably.
Your generosity is astounding, remarkable, and sadly unneeded.
It's a bit weird that when
We can ask no.
whenever you demand a payment and it's refused, you always get the dialogue for as if, well, round the other way, really. Ah, Wait, we don't have a trade agreement? As if I'm trying to give them money and they're turning it
Greetings,
down?
friend.
It's
Let
always
us
a bit like,
use our time
okay.
together in wisdom and seek a cause.
Hey, why don't you want to trade? Come on. I thought we're best buds, Armenia, you and I. Some dudes just don't want to trade. Oh, that's fine. Glacier, we're trading, aren't we? We are solid, I believe. Okay, so next turn, rebellion. Fine. Amphitheaters. Amphitheaters for everyone. No, I'm going to let you rebel. And then, hopefully, that means it's a bit longer. Poison his water inherit. So they yeah. Crucifixion. Okay. Chuck him from the rock. Oh, them do nothing. Chuck him from a rock, I guess. Yes. That do it. Yep. Our influence has gone down. Okay, that's fine. Well, I will get more public order with more influence. Yeah, maybe. I kind of wanted it to... I know when that last event lost me a lot of support, but I kind of wanted that, because I was creeping up a bit too high. The last thing I want to be dealing with at the moment is a civil war. But I could do with having a little bit more influence now. I don't get too greedy. Let's see.
Ready for battle. Victory for Rome.
To resolve this. So I'm assuming it should be a pretty stompy engagement. I hate how damaged cavalry gets in auto-resolve. Kill them all for their traitors.
Commander.
Marc, Antony. Okay, there's Cleopatra. Oh yeah, I've forgotten about that. Plus 5% missile attack range for all units. I think we can do better. Maybe not. Yeah, 5% more melee attack for swords. Why not?
Ready for orders.
No, for now. Yep. Well, I guess next turn it'd be 20, and then they'll probably attack here. How long will it take me? At least 3 turns. Yeah. 3 or 4. Yeah, it gives these guys time to replenish, I guess. And then take 5 turns to get back to 4. Should have probably manually done that just to prevent the casualties on my cavalry being so damn high. I mean, that's the big downside about having elephants in any army. I'm like, it's cool, but you know, you can never auto-resolve with that army.
Ready for battle.
Really want to increase.
Ready for orders.
59 a turn. Crap, 2 more.
Good fighters. We hunger.
That's fine. Okay. Could build a bit more. Public order, stability, these aren't bad things. I don't want to invest in infrastructure though. Oh. Probably going to get taken. What I really need is a spy to send up this way, check out all these factions are up here and see if I can get any allies against. Well, no. I mean the Gauls are obviously going to be pretty chummy with Octavian, but some of these guys, some of these little German tribes, I mean, is that War of Lepidus? But Borders haven't really moved. It's interesting. Just thinking about how to what's best really. The spare money. If I can't get more public order, I should probably get more money. So I can use that more money to get more money. Don't really want you to be a garrison. Not really close enough to the front line. More army replenishment, that would probably help, because after this battle, I mean it's only 3%, but... Ah, skill ups I forgot about, how strange.
Ever in service to Rome.
Yep, bit more tax rate, I mean it's generally tax and cultural conversion. I find these guys useful, so that's all 3.
We cannot pass here.
Ah, damn. Although it sounded like he ran out of movement points. So. Forgive me if I'm a bit scatterbrained. I haven't really slept particularly well, so I'm just trying to keep everything running here. I don't want to spend too long on turns, so I'm sort of just mumbling and pottering about a bit. Armenia, oh dear. Okay, you sent this half stack to chase this 1 unit of cataphracts through the desert. Then, this doesn't look promising. I would have thought this rebelled already. Ah, there we go, yeah, it did.
We hunger to victory! Waiting for orders.
Now that plus 20's gone to minus 13.
Ready for orders.
Again, who are you with? You're with the good guys, huh? Well, authority is probably good for, you know, all this weak Egyptian infantry you've got in your army. Morale, got them.
We hunger to your duties, men.
It's kind of annoying having all these stacks tied up, trying to keep public order.
At your command. To battle!
So, okay, so we've got 3 Jav Cav, 3, 4, 5 ranged missiles. Yeah, not really a worry. Kind of annoying that his half of the map is quite heavily forested. Won't do my charging cavalry any favours and will sort of protect him from missile fire slightly. But ultimately not a big deal, I do have quite the advantage here in terms of numbers and quality of troops in particular. Oh, downhill? I don't have to fight uphill? Wow. Yeah, just go like this. Get our reinforcements in, then we're getting to formation.
Today victory!
Ah. Okay.
Legatus!
Oh, 1 sec, someone's at the door. Be right back, 1 moment, sorry. Right, sorry about that. Nothing particularly exciting, just a mysterious package. Nothing at all exciting. Flippin' heck, these shadows. I don't think that's quite right. But whatever, we'll go with it. I mean, I know the sun should be over here, but it's downhill, but... Right, let's sort this out. We get... How many other legions? 3, 6. We put you in to about here. Slow down there. Bit more. Then my troops have a bit of cover here. Got our auxiliary line. Put you guys back here. Missile line. Just peeking out in front. Cool. Sorry for that accidental extreme close-up of shrubbery. But the hotkey for selecting all cavalry, Control C. The hotkey for zooming in wildly to shrubbery, C. So sometimes that happens. But yeah. That's a nice bush. There you go. That's a nice close-up of that bush. T-E. I am starting to get a little bit worried about this campaign. It's getting a little bit out of control. But it's actually kind of cool. Because it'll be a decent challenge, I think. I mean, something people always talk about is the in Rome Total War 1 there was the Barbarian Invasion expansion, and in that you had a campaign as the western half of the Roman Empire, and that was so cool. Really hard, but really good, because you basically have this massive, sprawling empire that's crumbling to pieces. You've got all this sort of religious dissent going on. Again, constant rebellions happening all over the place. You've got all the sort of the Horde factions sort of invading, all the sort of Germanic tribes to be worrying about. Your troops are expensive as hell, so you know, you're always constantly on the back foot, outnumbered, and you've got to play in a very sort of scrappy fashion just to pull through. But I think a lot of people enjoyed it for that. It was very satisfying, very rewarding when you made that through. And I sort of first found that when playing Europa Barbarium, I'm just going to call it EB from now on, and playing as the Seleucid Empire, and yeah, you've got this huge empire, you're like, oh wow, this is great, and then you realise how sort of rotten it is, and it's all crumbling, and you're too spread out, and it's all just overstretch, and then it's just kind of fun, just trying to tie everything together basically, and not let it fall apart. Look at these perfectly straight lines I've got going on. Kind of muck that up a tad. Got here skirmishers, Cappadocian. Bit of forest here. This will slow down my cav, but give them some charge whilst they're trying to close the distance. So I'm probably going to work my way through here. Okay, so I'm just working back here. Send this cavalry to pin the skirmishers if I can. Nope, I'm going to weasel out of it. Still quite a few spear units in the back here. One of the reasons why I hate playing on forest. Cannot see what the hell's going on. crush these paper spearmen. Guys, chicken. Involved with the enemy general. Something I kind of wish I still had from earlier Total War is when units rout, your units will chase them automatically. Because I feel like you could get a lot more kills if that happened, if you didn't have to manually get your units going again.
At your service.
Good job. Excuse me. All routing pretty nicely now. Got some javelins for the cause, my friend. Okay, now. Were these guys anywhere near? Let's see if we can get a couple. Yeah, probably going to be too fast. You guys are too tired. Yep, that'd do. Again, I should have probably waited a little bit longer with my cav until my infantry actually managed to tie up their infantry. So that was a bit silly of me. Which meant that most of his army turned round, started chasing my cavalry, and then they got sort of tied up between his quite fast units and the woodland, as I shall call it. So yeah, that was a mistake on my part. But didn't matter, because I had about 1,000 more guys and much better troops. It's kind of interesting to see Cappadocia, because I generally find they're one of the very first factions to sort of get annihilated in the east. Pontus usually kills them, if not them, then the Galatians, anyone that sort of shares a border with them really. So it's kind of interesting, obviously, I think that historically they were kind of about, even if they were, you know, like a vassal. Kill them all.
Ready for battle.
Yep, so he's got no more movement to chase, no more love to give.
Ready for battle.
That's fine. Here. Now that's going to be interesting. I think this legion needs to be a bit bigger. I'm going to pop him over into Macedon and get him some decent troops trained up. Do I want to keep these? Levies are sort of not really worth it. Vigilantes are okay. I mean, they can tie down units. They're okay against cav. They can soak up missile fire. That's fine. Positive 2, public order. All on the up and up. Next turn that'll finish, which I'm hoping will help. 3 foot, I've still got a ton of food, so yeah. That's about to rebel again. Out of money. That makes a lot of sense. They will get reinforced by this garrison, which is 2 horse skirmishers. I think I can just auto-resolve that. Now I've got a bit of public order going on. Okay, just occupy that. Nothing to convert. I'm going to probably get rid of that. So get it on public order. I mean, to be honest, I should have probably just sort of sacked that and left it. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. Okay, next turn. Yep, so let's see how we're doing. I'll probably go for another 10 minutes or so and round it up and just see where that gets us. So apologies if that brings us just under the usual time, or if it goes over then, well, screw you. It's additional bonus time. But I'm suspecting it won't be. Chances of winning that, not particularly high. I am again considering a sort of refocus, sort of abandoning the east possibly. I suppose what I should really do is try and patch up these wars if I can. Yeah, not even gonna bother. There was a time when you probably could have won that, when the AI was a lot derpier. Ah, CJI. It's so much better. Could I possibly... Well, Pontus. Let's sort of reconsider what's happening here.
Be welcome, emissary, if you come in peace. Be fearful if you come with
Okay, so you don't really give a damn. Fine. Yeah, I'm sort of reconsidering this. Minus 20. Okay. Well, the first step to sort of having a strong Western presence is to have at least 2 stacks. I think that's the bare minimum I'm going to need for invading Italy. 3 would be nice, maybe 2.5, like some sort of auxiliary stacks. We'll see. I'm going to cancel this edict. Get some public order going on over here. Get this bolstered up. Start upgrading these towns so they'll be productive. Do I really want to spend my troops taking this? But then Asia's in danger if I don't. And Asia's quite the good cash cow. I mean, even if I do abandon Syria, don't know if I want to abandon Asia. need it going on in Illyria at the moment. Probably going to have to cancel that because they're quite good public order. Redeploy it down to here, in Asia, get them to hold fast. Can I cross over here, or does it have to be? Yes, okay. Let's switch out of... Okay, can't switch out of forced march now, that's weird. I thought if you used more than 50% then you couldn't, but I just can't. Don't really want to get too close, I can get ambushed. That's going to be a pain. Well, I'll tell you what, Cappadocia. Do you still fancy peace?
I am here then. Speak your words.
Do you fancy
and be
giving me
sure
money
that I find
for that
profit
peace?
in them.
Okay, yeah, okay, maybe we can come to some sort of arrangement
you
then.
think to buy us like catamites, like your horse.
Yeah,
you think
you're getting
pride
the idea.
and honor are for sale. Bah! Do not.
Cool. So that's one less conflict to be worrying about.
Be
Is
welcome.
that possible? No, I didn't think so. How about you guys?
The door is.
Are you a satrapy? Okay, right. Oh wow, Egypt's actually done well at pushing these guys back. That's a relief. In that case, I'm probably going to get rid of these legionaries here and leave this garrison force just to sort of keep the peace. That frees up money for legionaries in sort of real offensive areas. Money. God damn it all if I don't need money. How much food has been produced in the east? That's going to be a potential issue. A rebellion there.
Ready for orders. We hunger for battle. Ready for battle.
I knew you guys would do that. Again, should I just abandon this? I've put a fair bit of money into it, but... hell. It seems a bit reckless. I think I could hang on to this, but I think it'd be kind of more fun to go on all-out offensive. Redeploy everything to Greece and the Balkans. Keep Asia, if we can. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, sorry about that, but I'm not really sorry. Should have probably just gone overland in the first place. So that redeployed. Those guys can sort of do a decent job of defending here. I mean, do have food. Do more food. It's just a fantastic province. I should probably look at getting more food production set up in the west, or there will be a shortage most likely. So that's out of money for now, I think. How about you guys? How can we convert that? Destroy the field of Mars. Excuse me, there goes my voice again. Cool. Yeah. Screw it. This is the new plan. Screw all these Eastern spearmen. I'm going after what we came here for, which is Rome. At the moment defended by what seems to be a sort of fishing fleet, really. Armenia actually didn't have a bad position, but then they kind of splooged it a bit. Ah, yeah. Oops. Might have forgotten about you guys. That stack left behind there. Is it worth keeping, or should I bother moving it? It's pretty low quality troops. Yeah. Let's get them redeployed. Yeah, screw it. Any fight I can throw him into before that? What's this like? Not enough movement. Nah, screw it. More money. Because once I lose Syria, I imagine that's going to be a lot of income. And these trade resources that I'll be losing. Even though these are quite cheap troops, I'm sure I still get a bit of a boon getting rid of them. Yeah, just run over land. I don't care. They already hate us. Probably declare war again in the future, but screw them. So that yep, I'm actually getting some public order bonus now. Now, can I just assault the walls? Depends how much of a garrison's built up now. Blank, 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 blank. I'd love to have a fight in the open field. I don't think it's going to happen.
I will do anything for Rome. Attack, and I will see you defend that. My sword is yours.
Cool. In terms of recruiting over here. Yeah, that's what's going on. Yeah, we'll be back up to positive next turn. What bonus? An extra 5% morale. It's not a big deal. Probably. I suppose with the higher base values of Roman morale, it's more of a big deal than it would be of other factions, but... Okay. Salona's on the front line, so I probably want to build back here. It's a bit safer. Auxiliary camp. Wonder what auxiliaries I get from here. Probably nothing amazing. Illyrian stuff. I'm not sure I'm that bothered. Yeah, more food. More.
How may I serve
Get rid of you.
We hunger for battle.
Yeah, there's you and all, but you know, you're not hugely important. scorched earth policy, I suppose. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so these other spies, you could be, your time could be better spent up here. You're already dealt with. You're on your way. All my administrators are fine.
We hunger for battle.
Tell me at 20 past. So I feel like this should be an hour. God damn it. Next time I will definitely record the time. I would get it tattooed into the back of my hands. Well, not the time, that wouldn't be very useful, but the reminder to set the timer. Ooh, that's not going well for you. Do I want to back you up? Yeah, sure. You want to kill those rebels for me? That's swell. Yeah, take that. I did all the work. You hate me, yet you're still willing to put down my rebellions for me. Yeah, the kind of enemy I could get along with, you know. I trespass on your lands, you save me. There goes Salamis. Okay, so positive public order, which is always good. Get you recruiting. Yeah, so I'm doing okay here. I don't feel that confident about attacking here. I do have these reinforcements here. Won't be able to get past the town though. Let's just hop back over here so we're replenishing until those guys come up, and then we'll probably do a joint assault. And then that's a nice, it's just good to have this sort of bottleneck here. Nice walled city to try and sort of protect Asia slightly. So what we'll actually be losing here, I mean, in terms of food, not a great deal. Get a bit of money back. What else we got to worry about? I'll probably spend this money, save, and end this session there. Right. Yeah, a bit of food, come on. I'll sort out public order later. Do I want that or that? Let's see. We'll see how it goes. I won't convert those just yet. I'll see what's more desperately needed. Income's still pretty good. Not like it was at the start of the game, but got a lot more troops than I did then. Cool. Okay. So next time I'm hoping to, like I say, do a joint assault here.
I will do anything for Rome.
Let's just screw these guys over
must never. My power
That's
knows
decent damage,
no
that.
bounds.
Yep, joint assault here. Join up all of my troops. How's rebellion doing here? Okay. And then build up a sort of grand army here, get everything together, and then go over and invade Italy. I imagine what I'll probably do is split my forces in two, do an attack over here at Brundisium, and at the same time attack up here in Patavium. So that seems to make sense. And once we get Italy, maybe focus on Sicily and some of the islands. I need a navy built up for that. Okay, alright, thanks guys. Sorry I've been, I felt a little bit off for this session, a bit tired, a little bit sleepy, maybe a bit silly. But, yeah, cool. I hope you're tuning in for next time. Hopefully I'll be a bit more lively. Thanks very much. Bye.